This is Matthew Reese with Primetime Sports. I'm here at day 2 of the Dallas Tip-Off Classic, and I'm sitting here with Derek Johnson of Monroe Elite 14U. How are you doing today, Derek?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
What's going on?
Tell me a little bit about your team. How'd your team do this weekend?
Well, man, I think we did considerably well. Guys traveled on the road. They gave great energy. We just had a game, and we were in position to win it all, but we just lost based off of effort. But some great competition out there. So I think we're doing fairly well, and we're going to wrap up with this last game, and I'm quite sure they're going to give the maximum effort.
That's great to hear. So the Dallas Tip-Off Classic, it's the first time we've done a tournament like this. First time Primetime's done a tournament like this, where we bring in some of the top competition around Dallas, you know, from top to bottom. What are your thoughts on the level of play that you've seen this weekend?
Well, I mean, to give you my honest evaluation, I think it's going to be some kids playing on the next level, man, that we will be seeing on some Saturdays. I think it's always good for kids to get out on the road and get exposed to the nation and competition. Competition is always great for supreme athletes. When you're going against the best of the best, that's how you evaluate yourself. We were able to come out and evaluate our team and see how we stack up against some of the best kids from Texas and around the country. So I think it's great exposure for us. We're definitely learning some lessons that will be very fruitful to us later on.
So tell me a little bit about your program, Monroe Elites. Where are you guys from? You know, how long you guys been around? What age groups you have?
So we're from Monroe, Louisiana. We started up 3 years ago. Got my uncle and got my junior high coach from around the community. We're under a nonprofit umbrella called Strive Success that we've started. We got these guys 14 and under, and I think we'll be starting a 7th grade team soon, very soon. And so we look forward to just building the brand of Monroe Elite, man, and putting Monroe on the map for itself. So we'll definitely be coming back if we're ever invited again.
In your opinion, what is the biggest difference between Texas basketball and Louisiana basketball?
For me, I think that playing basketball in Louisiana is aggression. It's a lot of size over here, a lot of tall kids over in Texas. With Monroe, you got a lot of athletes. You got a lot of athletes, guys that can jump, a lot of skilled guys. You know, I would say 1 through 3. But in Texas, man, it's a lot of size, a lot of discipline too. So I like it.
So, would you say that your team had a great opportunity to improve this weekend because of the level of competition you faced?
Anytime you're exposed to competition as an athlete, every game is a lesson. And we most certainly have. Just within the loss, we've seen so many learning lessons that our team were able to take away from that based off of effort. We were able to meet a team that was talent-wise not as good as us, but they were disciplined and they gave forth great effort. So that within itself was an extensive lesson for us that we got to take, and later on we'll do well with it.
So you talk about lessons on the court. What about off the court? What does Monroe Elite try to instill in their players to take with them as they advance in their basketball careers and in their lives?
Discipline. That's going to be the first word, because discipline is going to carry those guys through and through, whether they go to the next level or not. I just explained to those guys that basketball is more than a game. It's going to transition into your life. It's going to transition into your family. And the type of person that you are in sports reflects the type of man that you will be later on down the line.
What is the one thing that youth basketball needs the most right now, in your opinion?
Well, youth basketball is pretty great. I just think, in my opinion, youth basketball just needs great coaches, continue to have great coaches, continue to have better competition. Competition is the greatest word for an athlete. I can't say that enough. When you expose these kids to great competition, and you guys with the great tournament that you guys have here, that we got a chance to play in, it just allows the athlete to grow. He grows, and when he gets exposure, he can get on the map, he can get recruited. But not only from that, he learns a lot of lessons. So I just think that youth basketball just has to continue to grow, because the athlete is going to continue to evolve as a child. These kids are getting bigger and bigger, man. I see them, and you think that some of these kids are in high school, and they're just 8th graders, 7th graders already. So the athlete is going to continue to grow. We just got to have coaches and real men and lady coaches as well to lead these guys.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.